Right. This one, I've got to find it.
These are going through a bit of organisation stuff.
Backlash. Now, some of these matches annoyed me. Right, so we had, firstly, Dominic Mysterio versus Penta.
Why do they allow his little faction to stand by ringside?
Judgment Day.
Yeah, why?
And why is it that Grande Americana always interferes?
And the referee never sees it.
And he's always got a metal plate in his, mask.
And he loves to headbutt Penta with it.
It's not just Penta, is it? It's Rey Fenix. And I don't know if he's actually headbutted Rey Fenix, but, all of the luchadors, he headbutts them with this metal plate in his mask and knocks them out. It's not on. He's not on. And I don't like that El Grande Americana. He's horrible.
Does anybody like him?
I don't know. Chad Gable.
Like him.
It's obvious it's him. I mean, come on. But, yeah, I don't like that. So, Dominic Mysterio won that match, and he shouldn't have done. Penta should have won that match. But, what with...
Carly had to interfere.
So did Finn.
And Finn Balor had to interfere.
Yeah. So, and I think JD... Yeah, JD did as well, didn't he? Oh, Peanutted.
No, Peanutted, but... Wasn't Peanutted part of the tag team?
No.
I think it was.
No. That wasn't on the Backlash.
Oh.
Yeah. So...
Because I thought Penta was teamed up with AJ Styles.
No. That was on Raw.
Oh.
She's getting confused. Yeah, I wasn't very happy with that. And it was a very, very short show as well. Usually, Raw runs for 3 hours, SmackDown runs for 3 hours. And usually when you've got a main event like Backlash, Money in the Bank, something like that, they're usually 4 hours long. That was 2.5 hours. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight versus Damian Priest. That was crap. It was crap. That was a really bad match. LA Knight should have won that. And he didn't. Jacob Fatu won it.
And the one we really liked was the one with Rhea Ripley.
That wasn't then.
Okay, I'm confused again.
Gunther versus Pat McAfee.
Oh, that was an absolute joke.
Yeah, it was. Because Pat McAfee was a footballer. Not a wrestler, a footballer. And, okay, American football, so it's quite harsh. But when you're playing American football, you've got padding on. You don't have any padding when you're doing WWE.
No, and I actually thought he was going to go for Michael Cole, because Michael Cole come out to the ring, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. But Pat McAfee stepped in and stopped him from hurting Michael Cole. Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. That was a good match. Wasn't it? It was a good match. Lyra Valkyria beat Becky Lynch. And I'm so glad she did.
I'm not very fond of Becky Lynch. I used to be. I used to be a fan of Becky Lynch. I thought she was good. But all this, the man business and this, I'm a heel, no, I'm a face now, no, I'm a man, I'm the man and I'm a baddie. It's a load of crud.
And then John Cena versus Randy Orton. We were very on the fence about that one.
The thing is, I do still like John Cena, even though he's gone badly now. But I still like John Cena. And I also like Randy Orton.
She's fine.
So,
But we knew that John Cena was going to win it.
Yeah, well, he's trying to get his title on it so he can leave with the title.
He's got his title.
Yeah, but he wants to keep it.
Yeah, I know. Now, I'm annoyed because Saturday Night Main Event, I can't watch it.
No, since they got the contract with Netflix, for some unknown reason, the Saturday Night Main Event is through Peacock
And NBC.
and NBC. We don't have a Peacock or NBC.
So we can't watch their matches. Which sucks. It sucks. Because there's some good matches on there and I can't watch them, so... It's kind of like a screw you to all of the people that don't have them channels, don't have access to them channels, which I don't. So it should be on Netflix, but it's not. So, you know,
So I'm a bit upset.
we can't watch that. I mean, we can catch up on Raw, which is on Monday, but we can't watch Saturday Night Main Event, which is on Saturday. We can watch SmackDown on the run up to it, and we can watch Raw the day after, or 2 days after, but we can't watch the actual Saturday Night Main Event.
Another disappointment was the Eurovision.
Oh, yeah.
What the heck was going on?
Now, we don't do politics on this channel,
No, we don't do anything political.
but they were edging, well, they wanted Israel to win.
Now, I didn't mind what the Israeli entry was about. Because apparently there was a bomb that went off on at some music venue and the singer was actually involved in it. And she done a song about music should be about peace, not about war and whatever. Couldn't understand a word of it. It was all in Israeli. But the fact of the matter was, Graham Norton got himself into hot water because he said she's only been singing for a year. And he didn't say anything about her being laying under the bodies of her friends for 3 hours or whatever it was. And, as I say, we don't do anything political. I don't take a stand on it. So, you know, I would take that at face value. Finland, what were you doing? You've had Lordi, you've had Rasmus, you've had Blind Channel, you've had some really good bands. Usually it's kind of heavy. We like that. What the heck was that? I mean, she was wearing PVC that was about, almost wearing PVC that was about 3 sizes too small. She looked like, her bum looked like a pufferfish. I mean, come on, please, Finland.
Estonia were good.
Even Windows 95 man I enjoyed, but that, no.
And cha, 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 cha.
Which I was so pleased to see him again, but, yeah, enough put some weight on, innit?
Yeah, but Estonia were good.
Oh, was that the coffee macchiato one?
Yeah, the
I
espresso.
actually enjoyed that because that was fun. That was fun. The guy who won
Austria.
that bloke has got an amazing voice. I didn't like the song. I must admit.
Your belly's rumbling.
I know. I wasn't, because I'm starving. I wasn't keen on the song. But his performance and his voice was pretty amazing. So, we were pretty disappointed by it, though, because where was the fun? I mean, yeah, you had the coffee macchiato one, which was funny. But that was about the only one that was...
The bloke on the treadmill.
Yeah, but that wasn't supposed to be funny. That was supposed to be dramatic.
Yeah, I know, but he was on a bloody treadmill.
I know, and hats off, because he'd done a bloody good performance then as he was on the treadmill.
Yeah, I didn't mind the song he done either.
But please, Eurovision.
And why was Australia not in it? The Milkshake Man.
The milk. I actually saw the video for that, and it was hysterical. I mean, Eurovision. You had a Russian person who looked like blooming Christopher Biggins running around with a star on there in one year.
God, yeah.
I mean, come on. We've had sexy Polish milkmaids with churning the milk. We've had Russian grannies. We've had Windows 95 man coming out of an egg. You know, come on. It wasn't that much fun this year. I was actually really disappointed.
Yeah, and I watch Eurovision every year.
And the only thing I really, really enjoyed was Baby Lasagna and Caria when they done Cha 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 in the other song. And that was, you heard the crowd explode when he came on, even though he was wearing like inflated trousers, and I think they were trying to do that to make him look less fat. But
yeah, he looked like he was 9 months
He
pregnant.
got married. He's happy. You know, he's content. He's put weight on. But my God, it was actually painful to watch this year, because it's usually painful to watch because of some of the entries. But you've normally got the funny aspect.
You did have the funny aspect. Estonia.
Estonia, yeah.
and the sauna, the Swedish one.
Oh, the
as well.
Swedish one about the sauna, yeah. And it was, I got the English translation, and it was all about the sauna. And the thing is, I don't know if Swedish is as close to Finnish as it seems. Because when he was counting, I could understand that, because I can count up to 7 in Finnish.
Oh, yeah, 7, yeah.
And, which isn't very good, I know, but I know quite a few. Setama. Yeah, Setaman.
That's 7 in Finnish, if you're
They went,
wondering.
Yuksi Coxy Visa, and I was like, I was wondering, he's singing in Finnish.
No,
maybe
it's
just
Swedish.
But I liked it. I like the Sama one. It was good.
That was funny.
Yeah, I liked that
Especially when they were chasing each other with the branches.
Yes. I did
If you
enjoy
don't
that one.
understand it, in Finland and Sweden and Nordic countries, you sit in the sauna and you hit yourself, right, you go in the sauna in the morning, you hit yourself with like leaves and branches to get your blood circulating, to wake you up.
Yeah, and then you go into ice cold water and you
Really wake up.
So,
Or
yeah,
you roll around in the snow.
Yeah, but I mean, I go in the sauna and fall asleep. But that's
Yeah.
me.
Not really meant to do that, because you're meant to go outside and jump in the water
I
or
do
snow.
occasionally go out and cool down. and then
When
go
we
back
had our
in.
first sauna, we were at our friend's house. Hello, Sarah. And we actually went outside and it was snowing.
It was as though I was going to my death. I'd never been in a sauna before. I was absolutely petrified. And then I discovered that I really like the sauna.
Yeah, and it was snowing, so we got the snow shock. But
Yeah, we went outside the back door and
got the snow
I
shock.
got hiccups.
I know, because you're hungry.
Um,
We got the snow shock, and it was cold. And we were wearing our swimming costumes. So, yeah.
Mind you, when we were in the apartment that had the sauna, we weren't wearing swimming costumes then.
No.
And I was sitting there and I'm going, I'm cold. And she went, I'm turning into a puddle and you're cold. I had a cold, my leg was really cold. I don't know why, but I had one cold leg. And I don't know why it was, because the door fitted and everything. It was just, I'm strange. And these hiccups have done my head in.
But on Friday, there is a film coming out. If you have watched Fear Street 1995 for 1979 and 1666, there is a new one coming out on Friday, and it's Prom Queen. And it looks really good, and it's set in 1988.
I'm still hicking.
And it looks really, doesn't it? It looks
Yeah,
good.
we're waiting for that.
Yeah. That's on Netflix. So if you've got Netflix and you want to watch a new film,
Right now, if you can excuse my hicking, there's a couple of things.
hang on, that's why we bought the popcorn for Friday.
There's a couple of things that I've watched over the last few weeks. One of them was called Maxine. Now, I believe it was 2006.
Hang on, not Maxine with the 3 X's with Maya Goth in it.
No. This is Maxine. It's about Maxine Carr, who was the partner of Ian Huntley because of some murders. The son murders, for people who don't know, there was 2 little girls who were murdered by Ian Huntley, and Maxine Carr done time in prison as well. She done 3 years in prison, and make your own mind up on whether you think she's guilty or not. But from what the documentary showed, neither of them were very nice people. They were both nasty people, and she was trying to. She wasn't actually there when the murders happened. She was spending time at mum's. But when she came back, she cleaned the place. She cleaned the house so well that they didn't even have their own DNA traces there, which you would have had living there, you know. But I mean, make your own minds up on whether you think she's guilty or innocent.
I didn't watch It's About Murder.
Make your own mind up on what you think. I know what I think, but just say in the comments if you saw it or if you've got an opinion on whether you think she's guilty or innocent.
And what you thought of Eurovision.
And what you thought of
And
Eurovision.
Backlash.
And Backlash. And the other thing I watched was a documentary called Don't Bleep with Cats. Now, I've heard a lot about it, and I am into true crime. So I thought I'd give it a watch, and I was riveted. Absolutely riveted. It was 3 episodes, and I could not get my I couldn't get my eyes off the screen. I was absolutely fascinated by the whole process, and the fact that people on Facebook actually tracked down where he was, who he was, what he'd done, and everything else. I do not believe in animal cruelty in any way, shape or form. And they did show you parts of the real video that he put out. One was he put 2 kittens in a vacuum bag and sucked all the air out of it until they were dead. And then done another video where he was playing with the bodies of these dead cats. And another one was called Bath Time, where he put a kitten in the bath and drowned him. Now, for that I think he should have been hung, you know, that to me is the lowest. And then he went and murdered someone. And he said that he'd started with animals and he would kill someone. And that is the scenario of a lot of psychos. But there's one thing that's still puzzling me. Now, he was obsessed with the film Basic Instinct. Okay. Even to the point that when he got arrested, he crossed his legs and he asked for a cigarette. Okay. But he said that he had a boyfriend named Manny. Now, in Basic Instinct, she had an abusive boyfriend named Manny. He claimed he had an abusive boyfriend called Manny. In one of the videos, one where he's playing with the dead cats, there's another pair of hands in that video. I don't believe he was acting alone. I believe that there was someone else involved that they never really found out anything about because you only saw his hands in one video, briefly. I do believe that there's someone else involved in that. I don't think that he acted alone because, to be honest, he didn't seem to have the capacity to do that, to think, to dream all that up on his own. And also, his body type is the sort that she'd be attracted to. If she didn't know what he did with cats in his spare time, she probably would have dated him. The fact that he was bisexual and more gay than anything else, because he was trying to be a model and he was on the Rent Boy site, so obviously he was he was saying that he was gay to be on those sites. I've got a cough now.
Yeah, I can tell.
But he had an ex-girlfriend. But never mind. I don't agree with animal cruelty, but give it a watch. If you're into investigations and people who are not police officers doing investigations, give it a watch. Well worth it. I loved it. Not because of the subject matter, but the way they
I think you should go in some water.
I'll be fine. They worked out what country he was in.
You sound like you're having a heart attack.
It's not, I've got a blocked up nose and I've had a cough and I've had hiccups and I'm going for all sorts of weird things here.
Because you're talking about animal abuse.
I don't think it's that.
I do.
But, yeah, I mean, it's not the fact that he was abusing animals that I thought it was great because of. It's the way that they looked at the plug holes and saw what country he was in. The woman actually went out and found the Hoover he had and where it was available, because believe it or not, there are forums on Facebook for everything, and there's one about Hoovers, vacuum cleaners. And she actually went and got the vacuum cleaner and found out where it was available, what parts of America, and tracked down where he was, and it is fascinating. And I'm just sending this out. Anyone who has done urban exploring videos, who's also done paranormal, I'm going to say this. I know a lot of you have gone back to doing urban exploring and you've cut out the paranormal side of it, but when you were doing the paranormal side of it, number one, if they did what you asked them with the REM pods and whatever, you never said thank you. Very rarely did you say thank you. And another thing, you always said, if you do this, I'll leave. Straight away, I'll leave. You stayed around and wanted them to do more parlour tricks for you. If you're saying you're going to leave, leave. If you want them to do something, say thank you. It's not hard, is it? They're people at the end of the day. They were people. And it's common courtesy to say thank you if somebody does that for you.
Yeah, Don?
I was ranting.
Yes.
Oh,
But about urban exploring.
yeah, well, these are things that you're not into.
No.
But we are into them. And nothing we're looking forward to.
She's into them.
Nothing we're looking forward to. Stitch. Movie.
It's out. Well, it's out on the 22nd of,
Really looking
today,
forward to
technically. And we can go to the cinema, because we've got free cinema tickets, but we have to get a bus there. We have to get a bus home. And because we get free cinema tickets, I won't take my own food in. I want to get a drink there and popcorn there.
And that comes to about £22.
£25.
£25. And then we have all the hassle of getting it into the auditorium. And the lady with the walking stick who told us off and said that she can do it with a walking stick. How? We'd love to know. Because when you've got 2 big buckets of popcorn and 2 large drinks, I can't manage that.
They're not buckets, they're boxes, so it makes it even more difficult.
Yeah, I can't manage that. I have problems. So, can you tell us how you do that?
Because I have my phone out, because I've got to show them a ticket. I have my handbag, which is always slipping off my shoulder.
And I have the popcorn and the drinks. And I have trouble holding 2 big boxes of popcorn and 2 drinks.
So last time what I did was I ran in, put my drink down and popcorn and run and got my mum, got hers and took it in.
Yeah, because I'd love to know how you manage it.
But we can't do that all the time, because the only reason I managed to do that is because we went to see Terrifier 3 and no one else is in the cinema.
No. So please, tell us how you do it, because I'd love to know.
Oh, but I tell you what, if you go to the Odeon, not the Odeon, if you go to View in Stratford, and you go to screen the third floor, the third floor, you've got a toilet, and if you go to the toilet, it's like the back rooms. It is scary, isn't it?
Well, we had just come out of Terrifier.
Didn't
as
like
well,
it
didn't we?
in there at all. It was horrible, and you hear noises, and I saw people. The staff are running around. It's like the utilidors in Disney World. They're all running around back there, and I was like, "Whoa!" It's scary because you're hearing sounds. You're hearing the movies from the other rooms, and you've got people running around. It is freaky. I was standing like.
And I mean, as I said, I was disappointed with Terrifier.
I wasn't. I like the murders in it. I like the kills in it.
I was disappointed because it went all blooming fantasy all the
Yeah,
way
that
through.
was a bit crap, but
Yeah,
the killings were good.
yeah, but the fantasy bit was
Yes.
rubbish. But
But I like Art the Clown. I don't like clowns, but I like Art.
Art the Clown,
He doesn't scare me.
I like Art the Clown, but I don't know what they were doing with that fantasy crap in the middle of it. I mean, what they going to have next time? Aliens?
Maybe.
It's just...
Also, another film that we want to watch is Final Destination Bloodlines. It is Tony Todd's last acting role
R.I.P.
before
Tony
he
Todd.
died. Yeah. But
Big Tony Todd fans.
yeah, he's in The Crow, the original.
The original,
Right.
not that travesty.
Because we watched that the other day, and
I'm
I was
still
like,
traumatised from that new Crow. It's,
we watched The Crow the other day, and I was watching it, I was like, that's Tony Todd. Because it said he was in the film. I was like, no, he's not. No, he's not. And at first I thought he was Tintin.
Well, we watched it on Google, didn't we? And it said it was Tintin.
Yeah. And I was
And
like,
he wasn't.
no, he's not Tintin.
He was the detective who's on Top Dollar's side.
Yes. And then we was watching it, I was like, that is Tony Todd.
But I'm still traumatised from watching that new Crow because it was so bad.
You watched it, I didn't, I refused to
You're
watch it.
lucky because it was absolutely terrible.
What was that we was watching the other day, and he had clowns at his party, and he said it was a really bad party, and he was like screaming about the clowns because they weren't like proper clowns. They were like,
Oh, that was that one about the nanny, wasn't it?
the nanny.
Yeah. She went... it
Oh
was
yeah, it's Scarlett Johansson. Yeah.
went to be a nanny.
The Nanny Diaries. Yeah.
And he had two Piero clowns at his party and he wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, because I don't mind them kind of. That's why I like Art, because Art's like a, what is it? A
Piero.
Piero clown. He's one of them. I don't mind them.
Perrier clowns, I don't know how it's pronounced.
Augustus ones. What are they called?
August.
They terrify me.
Look,
They scare me.
just to clarify, the
Ooh.
Piero clowns with the white face
Don't scare me.
and the white thing with the ruff and the pom-poms.
And the black tear.
They haven't always got black tear. They've got one eyebrow that they can make their own.
Well,
So that-
one eye done up then, I'll just say
Well,
that.
anyway, the Piero clowns.
The black and white makeup.
Yeah. They are the true clown.
They don't scare me.
They're called Piero clowns. It's French. I can't pronounce it. I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Perrier clowns.
But they used to perform on piers on the pier. They were the entertainment there, which is why they got the name. And they were like the sad clown. They were the straight man. And then you had the August, who's the one with the wild makeup and the wig, who comes on, and he was like falling over and spilling water all over himself or something. And the Piero clown would stand there and cry over it or whatever.
We don't.
It was always the Piero clown was never funny. It was always the August that was
funny, terrifying.
So yeah, I learned this when I watched a documentary about Piero clowns because at one point it was in the 80s, they were really, really in. You know, like you had dolphins that were in recently, and now, and then llamas,
Llamas.
and I don't know what it is now. But, piano clowns were the big thing at the time, and I've always loved them, always been mad on them. And,
You know what my top animal is? That.
I watched a documentary about these clowns, and a French piano clown was saying that they're the true clowns, and it's the Auguste with the wild wig and all that. That's the Piero clown is the straight man, and the Auguste is the funny one.
I don't like August.
No, you don't like
He's
the
scared me.
Auguste. But if you go to St Bride's Church, you've got a load of eggshells with. If you register your makeup as a clown,
Yeah, I know.
you have an egg in there, and that is when at a clown's funeral you see a clown cry, because they go to the funeral in full makeup and stuff.
Perrier clowns, much better.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't watched that documentary. So
Yeah, so that's one thing that scares the crap out of me is clowns and spiders. We have spiders in this living room as we speak.
like I said, this place is like the municipal dump, and we've got to clean it up.
One over there, there's one over there, there's two over there.
Yeah,
There's one in the bathroom. And they always come into my bedroom and then wonder why they get killed.
And another thing, well, the way this house is, right next to our front door are the bins. And on the front, the window is over the bins. So if you open the window of the front door, you get bombarded with flies.
Yeah.
And because obviously
And the spiders don't eat them.
we have litter trays, no matter how clean the litter trays are, they will come in.
We have defective spiders in this house. We have spiders, they don't eat the flies.
I don't think the flies eat the spiders, they're outnumbered. But, yeah.
I've been going on killing sprees. They don't like me. They're scared of me. My mum calls me the Red Death because generally my hair is red.
Yeah, it's sort of like weird, sort of like
Blondie ginger.
brassy blonde around here.
Mm,
Like barmaid or something.
thanks.
Yeah,
Nice and
so
cheap.
we have got stuff going on. We have got plans for some videos. Whether we can make them or not is another
We
matter.
will. But it might take longer than...
Yeah, because they're going to be like outside broadcasts.
Because also I want to do the one of the packing videos with you guys as well. I mean, I've got some of the stuff packed. But I want to pack it.
She unpacks and packs about 300 times before we go away. We have this when we go to Finland as well. So
I'm a bit behind actually. It should already be packed. But it's not. And I still have clothes that have got to be packed. And they should be in the case, but they're not. This is me falling behind. Because, okay, yes, you might be like, but there's like May, June, July, August, September. 5 months. You might be like, oh, well, there's 5 months. This is late for me.
And if you're wondering why I'm so hungry, even though it hasn't been too bad on this diet, it's because we ate at 7 o'clock. It is now 4:36
AM.
a.m. And I'm not going to be eating now until we get up. I've got to go to sleep with my belly making all sorts of weird noises.
Yeah, but when you're asleep, you won't feel it.
No.
And we'll probably have like boiled eggs for breakfast tomorrow. I can see us eating breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah. Because right now I'm ravenous. And I'm not going to break it. I'm going to be a good girl. I'm not going to give in and go and make myself a sandwich or anything like that.
Well, don't talk about food then, eh?
No, well, it's my belly. It's not me that's hungry, it's my belly.
And also, I might do spaghetti tomorrow.
So you talk about food again.
Sorry.
Yeah. So,
You started it.
I hope this has been informative. But if you've seen Maxine or you've got an opinion on it, drop a comment, let me know. If you've got a comment on don't beep with cats. Let me know what you thought.
Eurovision.
Eurovision, even though I was very disappointed.
Backlash.
Backlash. Or any of the things we've discussed. Or even if we haven't discussed it and you want us to watch something,
Let us know.
let us know.
But, oh, yeah, sorry. So, if you're interested, like, in any of the Fear Street movies that I said about, they're all on Netflix. They're R.L. Stein. He has 3 different genres. He's got Goosebumps.
Goosebumps is for older children, young adults,
He has The Haunting Hour.
which is definitely aimed at young adults,
And then he has Fear Street.
which is aimed at adults.
Yes. So, well, I would say Goosebumps is kids. Because there's kids in it. It's for kids.
Yeah, but come on, Crazy Fun Park was aimed at kids, and
Yeah.
we loved it.
Then you've got The
Maybe it's
Haunting
just
Hour,
their
which is
mentality.
aimed at teenagers. And then you've got Fear Street, which is aimed at adults. So you've got 3 different. And if you haven't watched The Haunting Hour, you should. It's good. And I think it's on Prime.
But
It's freaky. That doll. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's just my level, but I used to like Goosebumps as well. And Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes. You still
And
should too.
there was another one as well.
Yes, I know.
Or if you're really old like me, you might remember Shadows, which was one for our day. And
Or-
we used to have those plays that went on for about 3 episodes, like Come Back Lucy.
And if you're my age, you may remember that Grim Tales.
Oh, God, yeah, Rick Mail. What's Grimtails or I'll eat your
I
parents.
used to love that programme. And Goosebumps.
And she used to come up to me and she said, I've got to watch it or he's going to eat my parents. And I went, no, you're not scared of him eating me. You just want to watch it. And she was like,
I was little. But yeah, The Haunting Hour, a lot of people don't know about The Haunting Hour. This is a very sort of, not secret, but
it's not, I don't think it was as popular as people were hoping. So
I liked it.
it's not really.
There's some
talked
really
about that much.
freaky episodes. You saw some of them freaky episodes.
Yes.
Like the red bike and the woman with the doll and then where she gets sucked into a picture.
It's like a very mild version of Twilight Zone Night Gallery.
Lots of ghosts.
I'm looking forward to that because it's really,
And the Haunted Mansion.
yeah, Rod Serling.
If you've ever been to Disney, tell us what rides you think we should go on.
Yeah, because one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to the Tower of Terror is because I really love Rod Serling. Now, if you're wondering who he is, he was the bloke who was doing the narration on the original Twilight Zone, and he had another series called Night Gallery, which was like short, different stories each week. That one of them I remember was this bloke who's an alien, and he was born to an Earthling.
There's something
And-
on the wing.
No, and he was really weird
Oops.
looking. And they used to stand outside his house and go, ugly, ugly, ugly,
That's
freak,
nice.
freak, freak. And he went back up to space. They morphed him up there somewhere. And this space woman who looked just like him was standing there and she's going, he's so cute. So he got his space girlfriend and they were in space and everyone looked like him and he wasn't a freak anymore.
Sounds like men.
No. No. But and there was also a Twilight Zone episode where the guy turned into Santa Claus at the end.
Ooh.
I did show you that one.
Yes, I think yeah, you did, yeah.
And it was really good. I liked that one anyway. But then again, I did like the Twilight Zone and I liked Night Gallery. So.
Although there's that evil little dummy thing at the end of the Tower of Terror as well.
Mm.
Yeah, there was a dummy in Goosebumps.
Slappy. Was it Slappy?
I think his name was Slappy, yeah. We don't like him.
But
I don't like them dummies.
no, she doesn't like ventriloquist dummies. I mean, she was watching Dead Silence and she was like not very happy about it.
Billy.
But
There is actually a crossover with Saw and Dead Silence.
I had one, you know. I had a ventriloquist dummy.
You freak.
I was trying to be a ventriloquist. There was only 7.
So Billy from Saw, if you don't know who Billy is, little track boy, is in Dead Silence. Billy from Dead Silence is in Saw.
And also, Billy from Saw is in It.
Is he?
There is a point, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Richie. And he,
Is that when he's in the room with all the clowns?
yeah, he's in the room
don't
with all
like
the
that.
clowns, and apparently I've been told Billy's there. I haven't spotted him.
I've
but
seen
been told
the
he's
original
there.
Pennywise.
Yeah, the original Pennywise is there.
Yes, I know.
And I've been told Billy's there. I haven't actually seen him.
This is the thing with me, though. I am petrified of Tim Curry being Pennywise. I do not like it. I cannot watch it. And Jack, no, right? There is a video about Jack the cat who scared the hell out of me. No, I do not like Tim Curry playing Pennywise. Scares me. Can't watch it. Watch the new one. That's just Bill.
Do you know? Well, I was at home once and I was watching the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, and I scared the hell out of you.
I was alone in the front room watching the Blair Witch Project. Now, the Blair Witch Project doesn't particularly scare me.
No, but I did.
But she was upstairs in her room, I thought. And she'd come downstairs and she stood just outside the door. I couldn't see her. I'm so scared. And I thought, what's that coming from? It was her.
I was so scared. She gagged herself.
And it doesn't happen as prior to that. Now, Del said it was New Quality Street advert. I never saw it. And he was sort of like standing, peering over the top of the door because he was really tall. And he's going, "Your mother sucks toffee fingers in hell." And I was like, what? And he goes, "You're watching an horror film, aren't you?" I was like, "Yeah, leave me alone." So he went away, and then this one comes downstairs, silently, and then stands just outside the door and goes, "I'm so scared." And this was at the point when, right near the end, when you got the guy standing against the wall, and you know that she's going to be killed because of the story of the Blair Witch. And she scared the life out of me.
I don't like films about possession. I don't like found footage.
No, found footage. The Blair Witch was the first of its kind, really. It was the first found footage. It was then I discovered how blooming hard it is to follow.
You got right. Okay, so a lot of people go, "I love found footage." Right? Why? You can't see what's going on.
And a lot of people think that that's part of its charm.
No, they run and the camera's going like that, so you can't see anything anyway, and that really does my head
And
in.
9 times out of 10 they drop the camera.
I don't get motion sickness or anything for watching stuff, but I just don't like the jumping up and. I like it when it's seamless and you can see everything.
Well, with the bit when you actually walked in, he was standing facing the wall. It looked like he was having a wee. And
Yeah, I've seen that on.
she used to kill her
YouTube.
victims by making the other one face the wall. That was what she was killing her. And he was being made to face the
And
wall.
did you see her getting killed?
No, you saw the
It's
camera
not.
at the floor and you just sort of like saw his back.
Yeah.
Now, I would have much preferred to have seen her getting ripped apart. But
Did you see any of them get ripped apart?
No.
No.
No. But,
I like gore.
It was okay. It was the first of its kind, which is why I watched it. I've very rarely watched fan footage because You can't see what the heck's going on.
Gore.
And she likes a lot of gore. So, and I like true crime and exploring, which she cannot stand.
Gore.
There's some gore in that.
I like seeing people having their arts ripped out and having like people, you know what I say, people, not animals, people, having their arts ripped out and having their heads ripped off and things like that. I like that.
Because she's a goremonger. But
But I watch a film, right, and an animal gets killed, and I can't watch it. I literally cannot watch it.
But the thing is, because I'm thick, I like to have a film explained to me, and I like it to have an ending. I hate it where it ends on a cliffhanger and you don't know what's happened.
Cujo made me sad.
Yeah, Inception annoyed me. Because it didn't end properly.
But it was supposed to be like that.
I know, which is stupid.
Yeah, Shutter Island was really, really good.
Oh, Shutter Island, I really enjoyed that, yeah.
Inception was cack.
Inception was really hard to follow, and you had to concentrate. The whole time you had to think. And
we missed some of it because we was talking through some of it.
We are the worst people to watch a film with because we'll be discussing it while we're watching it. And sometimes, it's clear and concise and you know what's going on.
Like Lilo and Stitch.
I'm not talking about the ones that I get with pleasure. I'm talking about
I'm saying as an example.
I'm talking about the
Scream.
more grown-up ones. Yes, Scream. More grown-up ones.
That is a grown-up one.
I know, because Lilo and Stitch is like I get with pleasure.
Mind you, if Billy tried to kill me, I probably wouldn't stop him.
Oh, God. Now, this one has got a real thing for Johnny Depp, as most people have. But Skeet Ulrich is the Timu version of Johnny Depp, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. I like Timu. Have no problem with Timu.
I haven't seen what Skeet Ulrich looks like in years.
Yes, you did. You saw him in the new Scream. He was dead, but he was there. He hasn't really changed that much. He's just put on some weight.
Yeah, but you didn't really get a good look at him, did you? There was a picture of him
I don't,
in the corner, and you saw a bit of him. But
I don't understand that film. I don't know how he has a daughter.
nor do I. That was a big mistake on the part of the makers of Scream.
He was
That
in
was
high
a
school.
Big mistake.
And okay, yeah, I'm not saying that he was innocent, because he wasn't. But surely if he had got someone else pregnant, someone would have said something.
Someone would have said something about his daughter. Somebody would have.
Or the fact that his ex-girlfriend's pregnant with said daughter.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, I had a story for Scream. Now, Scott will probably be interested in this because she likes my writing. I had a storyline for Scream.
Hey, Tiggy.
Which involves Stu. Now, I believe that Stu's back in the new one.
He is.
But I had it all planned out how it could be. And I actually thought they were going to go with that idea.
Well, they didn't come to you and say, can we have your
No,
story?
I'm not saying they came to me or anything like that. I'm just saying I would have thought they'd have gone with that idea because that was the actual obvious conclusion. But no. They went on their own tangent and...
Destroyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I do want to watch the new one when it comes out.
Well, I do.
Yeah. And I do also want to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's, the new one, when that comes out.
Yeah. Because the first one was pretty good.
It was, but it was wrong.
It did leave a lot to be desired, I admit, but...
It was wrong.
Well, we've been waiting for so long for it.
No, it's not that right. So you know that Five Nights at Freddy's was a game.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like the game.
I know it wasn't like the game.
And it should have been.
Well, the thing is, if it had been a complete rip of the game, it would be a bit bloody boring, wouldn't it?
No, I'm not saying make it a complete rip of the game. I mean, it was a security guard in the office. But, I don't know. The animatronics weren't doing as much as they should have been doing.
No,
Yeah.
but
It's all about them. It's called Freddy Fazbear's. It's Five Nights at Freddy's.
yeah, but I think it's going to be the same guy again, and I think that the first one was setting up the story for him.
It's not Five Nights at the
Well,
Security Guard, is it?
well, the security guard's a big part of it.
Yeah, I know, but it's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
But I would have liked to have gotten more of a story about the guy who created the animatronics, because they did touch on his story, but they didn't really go into detail with it, did they?
No, and they did say about the 1984 biting off of a head, but they only mentioned it.
Yeah, and it is actually a lot more involved than that.
You saw the whole animated story,
Yeah,
the animated film.
yeah, where you got that child killer who was working them, and he was hiding the bodies inside the animatronics, and they were possessing them.
Which is what happened.
Yes.
But
But they didn't really... Yes, it did happen in the film, but they didn't really explain it, did they? It was just like...
and also Circus Baby is not there yet.
No, and Circus Baby I'm waiting to see. There is actually a song by Andrea Caden. Five Nights at Freddy's. Give it a listen. It's really good. And that's got Circus Baby in it, and it's well worth it. Andrea Caden, her name is. And
Andrea Stormcaden, I think her name is.
Andrea Stormcaden.
I think it's
know,
Andrea
yeah.
Stormcaden, yeah.
But it's on YouTube. Give it a listen. It's a good song.
Yeah, join us for a bite.
Yeah.
It's a good song. Yeah.
Oh. It's really good. I like it.
And it was thank you to Jake Webber that I found that song, so...
Yeah. So thanks, Jake. Not that you're ever going to watch our videos because you're such a big elite YouTuber.
4 million subscribers, yeah.
Yeah. So you'll never see this video, but thank you anyway. And you look really, really good in I'm a Loser, by the way. I'm really approving your look there. That look you were rocking was...
Scum on your shoe, not I'm a loser.
Oh, I don't bloody know the title. I know it's a good song.
Yeah. If they ever see this, which they probably
They
won't.
won't. Two nutty women from London
You
With-
never know.
with like not even 500 subscribers.
Oh, we've got 400 now. Yay!
Yes, thank you so much for getting us over the 400 mark. Maybe one day we can get up a few more subscribers and Jake Webber might actually see this.
Yeah, come on, we need subscribers so Jake can see this video.
But, oh, by the way, if you like Billy, like we do, you like Billy.
It just went straight back
Yeah.
to Billy.
No, because this is about YouTubers and it's people that... And it's sort of like round about Jake related.
What is it?
If you like Billy, there is another YouTuber called Robbie.
Ah, Robbie, yeah.
Don't know what is it Robbie's Craft Corner?
No, it's Robbie's, Epic Sauce. Robbie Epic Sauce.
Right, it's called Robbie Epic Sauce. And he actually got an animatronic from Spirit Halloween and a kid's bike and made
Billy.
a Billy.
He also made a Choo Choo Charles.
He made a radio-controlled Billy.
Yeah.
And he also gets silly plastic Halloween masks and actually turns them into the real thing. So, well, they don't turn them into monsters, but if he goes and gets a Gremlins mask, he'll make the big ears for it and makes it look like
An actual gremlin.
an actual gremlin.
As opposed
And
to
he
cheap
turns
plastic
his
masks.
girlfriend into Greta Gremlin because she loves Greta Gremlin for her birthday.
Yeah.
So, give him a watch. He's well worth watching. And he's got a lot more subscribers than us, so he'll never go see this either.
Yeah, he's got about 4 million as well.
But Yeah, I mean, if you're interested in that kind of thing, give it a watch. And I watched from episode 1 of Death in Paradise as well. Not keen on that new detective they've got.
I might watch The Haunting Hour again.
But
We didn't finish watching Crazy Fun Park either.
that was the third time we were going to watch it. That's why.
I watched some of it.
But as you can tell, we really like Crazy Fun Park.
We do.
So yeah, let us know what you've been watching. If there's anything you think we might be interested in.
If you're interested in anything else we've been watching.
Yeah. I mean, Don't Beep with Cats is Netflix. So is the documentary Maxine.
So is Backlash.
So's Backlash. And the Eurovision you can probably get on the BBC iPlayer. So
Why you'd want to bother is beyond me.
yeah, because this year was really naff.
I usually love the Eurovision Song Contest, but this year I don't even vote for anyone, and I usually vote for at least one person.
Well, usually Finland, because Finland usually have a good entry. I mean, you had No Rules by Windows 95 Man, which was about being yourself and not listening to what other people say, because you're living on your own terms, no rules. Blind Channel, Life on the Dark Side.
See them live.
Many times. Life on the Dark Side, basically you don't have to be like all sunshiny, happy and neon.
No.
You can be miserable buggers like us.
Yeah.
Um,
Rebellion and...
yeah, rebellions and having red fingers and doing finger gestures.
I don't know.
Rasmus.
Jezebel.
I love that song.
Jebezel.
Oh yeah, Jebezel. I love that song. At one of her favourite bars in Finland, it was the birthplace for the Rasmus. And just after they did the Eurovision, they actually went in there and done a book signing, which we missed.
No, it wasn't a book signing, it was actually a gig, and we missed it by like a day.
Yeah. How annoying is that? But it was the actual birthplace of the Rasmus, and I was shown the actual seat where Larry Jurgen came up with the idea.
And we sat there.
And we sat there. And we come up with no ideas. But that's beside the point. She just got very drunk.
That's why we had no ideas. My idea was to get completely slaughtered.
But yeah, so we liked that. Was about getting drunk. She loved it. And we were on a tube train in Finland, and I said, "Don't look there, that bloke over there. He looks just like Claudia."
And she told like someone who worked in the bar, and it probably was.
It probably was. He's local. I was like, okay. I mean, had I have seen him, I would have said, has he had the remix of Freestyler mixed with Cha 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 Cha, because it's really good. But no, it probably was him. So
When you're in Finland, you get people walking around. Bam Margera was there the other day at the Riff. You get people just walking around. Like, you could have... Okay, so the Prime Minister of Finland just walks around.
yeah.
And he'll talk to you and say, like, what can I do to improve the city? And you'll get, like, musicians walking around.
Well, he was walking around, and this bloke said, "I saw you on TV today," and he goes, "How did I do?" You know, he's...
I mean, someone took a video. Vili Vedo was going and getting some milk. And then, hey, Vili, and he's like, hey. You know,
Yeah. It's a big country, so obviously the person that you're heavily into may not live in Helsinki, but you'll see others that do.
yeah. I met Villa's dad. Oh, he's a lovely guy.
I'm still waiting for that.
He's such a nice guy.
I've yet to meet Carrie.
Oh, thank you to my friend Mika.
But you know,
I guess I could say I met Alexi.
Yeah. The first time we went to Finland, there is this guy with his little girl, and he lived across the road to the hotel where we were. Well, it was the bar that was underneath where we were staying. And I went, Jesus, he looks like the drummer from a heavy metal band. And the barman went, he probably is the drummer of a heavy metal band. You're in Finland.
And he was going to his daughter, he's going, splishy splashing in puddles.
Yeah, he couldn't understand what he was saying. He was speaking to him in Finnish. And he's big. He was big. He's like the Big Show. And he's standing there and he's jumping up and down going, and you splishy splashing in puddles. And I was like,
But yeah, so it's just normal, you know. You get like this big guy who looks like he's in a heavy metal band. He probably is in a heavy metal band and he's a family man. It's just, that's Finland.
yeah. And also in Finland.
I mean, look at Marco from Nightwish. He's a dad.
Yeah. The thing is, in Finland, the dads take a more active role with the kids as well.
When they're babies, their mum has them.
Yeah.
When they get to about 2 or 3, the dad takes over.
Yeah. And they have a lot of special holidays for being parents and that, because they have to spend time with the kids. Very big on that in Finland, which I think is a good
Which
thing.
is why there's a lower divorce rate in Finland.
Well, it's still pretty high, but it's lower than it is in the UK.
It's lower than it is in the UK. It's crap.
But yeah, I mean, we love Finland, as everybody who watches the
I
channel knows.
feel safe there.
I feel safe there. Even though someone said, oh, you could get raped outside the station. I went, I've been standing outside there all the time and my luck ain't changed yet. So,
I go toilet outside the station.
yes, not inside where you're supposed to go.
Outside. In the snow.
Yeah,
I needed a
just
toilet.
sign a name. But, you know, it's...
And I've never been raped outside the station, so...
Well, to be honest, we've never really had any aggro.
Sorry,
from, like,
not
one.
allowed to say it. Graped outside the station.
We've had 2 run-ins in Finland.
Mm.
One was with a very drunk man trying to ask us where Lati was, and I didn't know what the hell he was on about. And the other one was with a very rude individual outside Prague. But on both occasions, I didn't feel threatened in any way, because number one, the drunk man who wanted to go to Latte was on the main road, and there was loads of people around. And the drunk man in Prague, and the not rude man in Prague, the doorman was there.
Yeah, and he even went, leave.
Well, David had to go at him because he had to go at me.
What, the doorman?
Well, no,
Oh, the barman.
the barman.
Yeah, the doorman told the guy he was being aggressive. He went, you're being aggressive, get out of here. He went, leave now.
Had he have known how abusive he was to me, it probably would have been worse. Because
We're very well known in Finland.
yeah, you don't disrespect a woman.
The 2
It's not-
crazy English women.
Yeah, it was weird. When we went to karaoke and that bloke goes, oh, you were doing karaoke in Oivers, and I went, well, that's my usual place, but I didn't know who he was at all. I must have, and I don't get drunk, so, but then again, I couldn't see him the first time probably, that's, you know, but we go places and they go, oh yeah, we know you, and we don't know you.
I'm usually drunk, so I don't know.
And I can't see him, so...
I usually see about 4 of her. Hi. So, so even though they don't like see me, have you? I've seen you, 4 of you. Yeah.
Yeah, but around that part of Helsinki, we're pretty well known.
Yeah.
Because we're the loonies that do karaoke and Kallio. We get talking to weird people in the pubs, and I'm just looking for something to do because she's usually getting drunk.
I know most of the people in the bars. I know Bambi.
And we met Tim from the Vantages as well in the pub.
Yes, we did, yes.
So-
Anyway, I know Bambi. I know that other guy. And the other guy from base. I don't know their names. You know Stephen from base.
Oh, Stephen, yeah.
Stephen.
Yes, Stephen.
The little guy and the big guy from base.
Yeah.
I know. Michael. I forgot Michael's name. Sorry,
Haney.
Michael. Yeah, Haney. David. Wherever he may be working.
Pete.
Hotel, I think, yeah. Pete, yeah.
Yeah, so Hannah.
Hannah.
Yeah, we know a few of the bar staff.
Notice the bar staff.
Well, the thing is,
That's my fault.
The thing is, in Finland, you do tend to meet bar staff because there are a lot of bars. And if you stay out until the wee hours of the morning like we do, you usually run into the bar staff on the way home.
Yeah. So, and we stay out till the wee hours of the morning.
Mind you, we know people from a restaurant as well.
Yeah.
But it's mainly bar staff. And come on, you've got Jay, the karaoke master. He's not bar staff.
No, but he works in a bar.
Only when he's doing his karaoke.
Still works in a bar.
It's a restaurant, actually.
And bar.
It's more restaurant than...
And bar.
It's more restaurant.
It's still a bar. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to leave this here because we've gone over an hour and 7 minutes.
Yes, and
I'm really tired.
Until next time, be kind and considerate. And we'll see you next time on Tales and Tidy Bar.
Bye.
Bye.